Holy fucking shit, it has been a while. Yes, Game Breakers, I can reveal I'm not dead. I am still very much alive. And it's been a crazy number of months. It has been. Number of lows, a lot more highs for once, and I think it owes all an explanation on what exactly happened and what was going on and why it's taken me so long to get back. So if you all remember back in February, I think it was just after my Nuzlocke episode, the very first episode of the Fire Red Nuzlocke. Not long after, I think it was a week after, if I'm remembering correctly, I ended up posting a video which was called Dear Game Breakers, which of course is completely different from how I normally like to do my videos. No music, no nothing really at all, just text on a black background. And the idea was well, all motivation I had died, and I'm gonna explain why that is. So basically, not naming who they are, me and a certain family member, we've not been getting along at all. It's been quite difficult for me, especially, that this has been going on. And what ended up happening was something was said back in December, which is, I think it was a few days before Christmas to be exact, and that's when I noticed things were taking a much rougher turn for the worst. And it was February, that was the breaking point, the week before the LAGC Comic Con, which unfortunately I do not have any footage for you. I would have, but again, just so many things went wrong and I just didn't really have any motivation to do so. But things were getting worse. They ended up trying to control when I upload videos, well, not even that, it was like when I'm allowed to record, when I'm allowed to edit, and when I'm allowed to upload. And mind you, I'm 22. Next month, I'm 23. So putting restrictions on that, especially for someone my age, is horrifically embarrassing, and it just kills me. So I was just editing the 100th video special, which is coming up actually. That's still coming, do not worry about that. I was editing that, and then something ended up being said. I'm not going to say what it is, because that's not real. Well, technically that's not really the point of what's being said, but the fact that I've been going through this for so long, then something ended up being said, and it ended up breaking me completely. Like, I just went to start editing a bit more, and I just couldn't do it. I just was frozen. Just nothing was coming. And that's when I made that video. I just had enough. I was going to try my hardest to edit and get them out within the before LAGC, but that never came to pass. So what happened was, the week, it was when, I can't even remember the day I released the video, but on the Tuesday, I want to say, something else ended up happening. And this is the reason why the hiatus, I was away for quite a number of months. I was wanting to make it at least a month and a half. Hopefully that would have helped. 2 months at most. But I left in February, and it's fucking the end of May, coming up to the start of fucking June. So what happened was, something happened, and it was something that I would say was between petty and not so petty. Maybe a bit more than that. There was no proof that I or my brother did anything wrong, no proof at all, but we were getting thrown blame, me especially. I was getting the blame thrown at me a lot worse, and I broke her like completely snapped, and 2 weeks later, I ended up making a decision, a big one actually, that changed everything, and I decided to move out. I phoned up my dad and said to him, I can't take any more. I've got to move out. I can't do it anymore. So I ended up packing my things during that fortnight, and this was the week after the Comic-Con, mind you. I ended up packing all of my stuff, clothes and everything, computer, my Xbox, everything like that. And the following week I moved back to Scotland. So it's not like I'm down the street from where I was. I completely moved to the opposite part of the country, which means basically Samantha, Graham, and Alex. Those three will not be in many of my videos. I'll still try and get them in videos because they're only a train ride away. Of course, they know where I live, sort of, but they know I live close to a train station, like about 40-minute walk. Sounds long, fucking isn't. And you know they're not too far away, so they can easily visit any time they want, as long as I know beforehand. But I moved away. I moved up to a farm actually. We're living in a farmhouse at the moment. We don't own the farm. We don't even work at the farm. It's just where we're living at the moment. Legally, we're not squatters. But this presented another problem, which is why it took so long for me to come back. And that was Wi-Fi. We don't have Wi-Fi. Well, we didn't have Wi-Fi here. At least not unlimited Wi-Fi. So I've been looking around for ages, but it turns out that if we were to get unlimited Wi-Fi, you know, like with the companies we go, Virgin, BT, Sky, and all that, we would have to get a phone line in, and we don't have a landline. But if we were to get a phone line for a landline, we'd have to get it from the top of the road from where I live, all the way down to the house, which would cost us about £1,000 just to get a bloody phone line connected to here. And quite frankly, I'm not prepared to spend that much money. Neither is my dad. But there was another solution. And that was to get one of those internet hubs. I'm not going to say what company it is, but I ended up getting an internet hub at the time of this recording yesterday. And that doesn't cost that much. That was actually really cheap, and it was 100 gigabytes as well. Which means one thing. I've got a lot of games that I want to play, but I've also got a lot of games I need to update. And those updates are going to fucking have a lot of gigabytes. So here's the thing. I've got that. I'm more relaxed. My motivation has been back. I've been working on more videos. We've got a lot of them coming in. But I'm not making my full return of these new videos until July the 1st. And a new video I'm going to try and get out every Sunday. Maybe some on Saturday as well. Because I'm already working as well. But I work from Mondays to Fridays. And they're very long shifts. So I'm going to try and edit as much as I can during the week and get a video out on Saturdays and Sundays. But before that, I'm wanting to get the last 2 videos, barring I've got 3 videos that I could have brung out that I recorded still living in England. But one of them's not ready at all. I've got the 100th video special, and I've got maybe 1 or 2 little things I need to do to it left. Then I've got the next episode of the Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge. Life is Strange episode 2 is not finished at all. It's not even near finished. I would say maybe at least 5, maybe 10% of it is done. But it's a very slow process because it is a 2-hour... I've got 2 hours of raw footage of that. And depending on how big the file is, I might need to put the entire series on hold, even if it is for a couple of years. until I can go somewhere with unlimited internet. If that's the case, I will finish it. I'm going to put a promise on for you for that one. And I do want to get episode 2 out as soon as it's finished. But we'll have to see what exactly happens. I might even get it out when I visit England, because I'm going to be doing that one. No fucking danger with that. But that's pretty much the story. Stress was getting to me. I was feeling ill and I had to move. That's pretty much everything in a nutshell. But now for the fun part. So some good things did happen. Ended up meeting up with an old friend of mine. Been friends since the 2nd year of primary school, and we've been recording. And what we have been recording is The Sims 4. But that's nowhere near ready to start uploading. I'm wanting to make that every second Sunday. And as I said, if I miss an upload week, don't worry, I'm not quitting. It's just because with all the stuff I'm doing, there's quite a bit that I've got to consider. But we've got, I've got Monday, what was I fucking saying? Every second Sunday will be Sims 4 Sundays. When that comes out, I will be getting one video out. That will be the first upload, the first new upload from July the 1st, which is the first episode. That is all done and it is actually edited. Quite surprisingly, I already had the resources I could use. There's just a little thing I need to do left, a little fix. But that'll be out on July the 1st of this year. So look forward to that one. Sims 4, we've got the Nuzlocke challenge is continuing. I've already got episode 4. I've finished the recording of that one. Episode 3 is near completion. Episode 2 is fully finished with the editing, which is a fun one actually. 100th episode needs some work. So yeah, so I've met a friend who's been in my videos. I've also got a new console, which if you which you probably guess, it's the best console at the moment, which is the most popular console I would say from what I've seen. I've got myself a Nintendo Switch, and I've got a number of games. Of course, if I didn't have Mario Kart 8, Mario Odyssey, and Zelda, I would be committing biggest form of blasphemy. I've got a couple of others. I've got Splatoon 2, which I'm finding quite a lot of fun. Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I've not played much of it, but I have heard it's good. And a couple of indie games. Re-downloaded Sonic Mania because playing that on the go would be a lot fucking better. Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, Enter the Gungeon, Super Meat Boy because God help us all, Stardew Valley, and I think that's just about it. Don't think I've got any other games apart from those. Oh yeah, and the Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2, which I will be getting the X Collection when that comes out. So we can start doing some Mega Man videos for you guys as well, including Mega Man 8, because we all know how meme-worthy that would end up being. So I've got the Switch to look forward to. And one last thing, I am going to be making a brand new series. It's another Let's Play series, but I'm wanting to go back to some Let's Plays I've done before and I've either not finished or I just want to do them again. And that's what I'm going to be calling Restart. And what Restart is basically just what I've explained. I'm not sure what to make the first episode. I'm thinking making the final run of Oregon Trail. After that run, which will be a Let's Play, it won't be a montage, it'll be a full-on Let's Play. Once that's done, then Oregon Trail will be finished on the channel. I'm not prepared to play it anymore until... yeah, pretty much. I'm not... once this Let's Play is done, that's Oregon Trail finished. I'm also wanting to finally put myself through a lot of fucking pain and actually finish Stuart Little 2. Holy fucking shit, what is wrong with me? And Game Dev Tycoon is one I'm wanting do as well and see how far I can get in that. Because the reason that was cancelled was for the sheer fact that I was an idiot deleting some raw footage and I accidentally deleted the folder which had Game Dev Tycoon. But I'm bringing that one back because I did want to finish that series, but I'll have to make a new one because I don't have the footage anymore. Stardew Valley, I'm conflicted on whether to restart that series. I wouldn't want to put Purple back in it because that's just going to be redundant. She's still going to be a main part of the channel. She is pretty much partly a mascot, including Vince Winthrop from Dream Daddy. I'm kind of making him a mascot. Sort of like, well, not really a mascot, but you know, like channel characters, like lovable channel characters. I don't know what the word is, put it in the comments below. But apart from that, that's pretty much all the good stuff. There's one more issue, and this happened from a month ago, I believe. So, back when I was in school, I had pretty much, back when I was in school in Scotland, mind you, I had 3 pretty good friends. And one of them is, of course, is going to be in part of this channel. The other one I've not spoken to in ages. I'm trying to get back in contact with him. But one of them has gone to the point where he's now a cunt. And what he has done, he's started doing mass dislikes. Now, I've seen him dislike 6 of my videos. He's subscribed and he's disliked my last 6 videos, including the Life is Strange one, and Alex is pissed off with that one because we worked hard on that video and enjoyed it. But he's mass disliking, and I'm kind of expecting him to dislike these new videos. So that's pretty much it. So if you like a video, definitely leave a like. I'm not forcing you, but I'm saying it would help, especially to combat this arsehole. I'm kind of afraid he's going to get his friends involved, and we're going to have a massive problem on this channel. Which, if he's watching this, if you are fucking deciding to watch this, you're a cunt. Accept it. So fuck off and unsubscribe. I've told him twice, but I don't think he's listening. But that's that. So 2 videos to come out, and then July the 1st will be the new series with The Sims 4 on July the 1st. So look forward to that one. So I've been Gamebreaker Mills. I'll be coming back, and I'll be catching yous next time. See you later.